Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol NIO. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to this time frame. I think it's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out where levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. As far as today's price movement was concerned, this is what we'd call a gap and trap in trading terminology. What do I mean by gap and trap? Well, on Tuesday, the price closed right there, and then this morning, the price actually opened up at that point, hence the gap up. But after that occurred, then it was all bears the remainder of the day, and back down the price went. So hence the gap and trap there. So a pretty rough day, especially when you think that and know that people were buying up around 320 and above. But it is what it is. That's what happens sometimes. So like I said, just looking at today individually and summarizing it, gap and trap is the best way you can go about that. As far as levels of support are concerned going forward, nothing new here to report. Still 305. Although now that we have more data, it looks as though the more accurate level of support currently is going to be right at the 303 mark. If you go back through things, you can see that was where the price bounced from today. And there is also some price congestion right there. Or if you really just want to simplify things, just keep an eye on that pink line there, the 200 period moving average. And that level is currently valued, which you can see right there at $3. So like I said, if you want to just ignore that line, that I wouldn't offer up an argument against that. Like I said, in the spirit of simplicity, if you just want to stay focused on that 200 period, that totally makes sense too. And just to offer up a little bit more context, you can see that overall that line's been providing a nice little area of support. As far as resistance levels though, nothing has changed from the previous videos. It's still all about that purple line there. Now, I will agree that this purple line seems to have been weakened up today, given that the price was actually able to get up above it and spend some time up above it, but ultimately the price was not able to maintain above it, so therefore this level still got to be considered an area of resistance. And that's the one thing to remember, is a true breakout has two parts. The first part is the obvious one. Well, yeah, price has to break above a certain level. But the second part is, well, can the price stay above the level that it just broke above? And we have a good example of that here. We're sure it got above it, but just couldn't quite stay above it. But the good news is it's not like the price is terribly far away from that purple line. So it's not unrealistic to think that the price could give it another go and potentially try to break up through that level at another point this week, given there's still a couple days left. So yeah, overall a gap and trap, but we'll see if the price can recover or not. One of the biggest questions I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.